Executive Director of Tremont West. I have only been here a year, and we are here to celebrate your 20 years here. And all the work that you've done and contributed to the neighborhood. When we're done here, please go drink in the neighborhood, go to the galleries, enjoy. I want to introduce you to Councilman Joe Cimperman, who has a few words to say. Here.
Well, good evening, everyone. I want to just take a few minutes. Mayor Jackson wanted to be here tonight, but couldn't. And there are a lot of people who are extremely grateful for the Tremont Art Walk, which is celebrating a huge anniversary tonight. I want to thank Corey Reardon, who's our present Executive Director of Tremont West, for being a really great director, working hard to maintain the momentum of Tremont. But I think everyone in this room would recognize that we wouldn't be here but for a lot of people. I'm going to thank them. I want to first recognize Emily Lipovan, who's here. Our executive director when you can still buy lots in Tremont for $5,000. And I will never forget when I was first elected to council, Emily taking me into her office and schooling me and teaching me what it meant to really serve a neighborhood that was on the rise and was coming back from a time in the 70s and 80s when it was more profitable to burn your house down and collect the insurance than it was to actually market it. And if anyone wants to talk about the pivot point in this neighborhood, they can't talk about it but for Emily. And that is the truth. And I'm so happy that she's here tonight because really what's happening is a result of so many people working so diligently. And Emily, I want to personally thank you for what you did and for what you continue to do to make this neighborhood phenomenal. Thank you. We wouldn't be here though, without people like Emily, without people like Dave Sharkey, without people who really believed in our neighborhood, without the steadfastness of the Sokolowski family, without people who were here before Tremont was here. And I always love hearing people from the burbs talking about Tremont because I know that what they're realizing is the work of so many people who are staying here, who believed in here, who made this place their priority, who made it happen. Tremont Art Walk is the reason that we have so many of the wonderful galleries and artistic and cultural community aspects that we have. And I know that she would never ever want to take credit for it, but there is a person who's here tonight named Jean Brandt, in whose gallery we stand, truthfully, who helped make Tremont a place that was understandable to people who couldn't figure out the fact that we weren't on the grid in terms of our street map. Right? Who helped people understand that getting lost in Tremont was one of the aspects of beauty of Tremont. Who helped people who are on the wall right now, who wouldn't be in any other gallery but in Tremont. And I always say to people, it's funny, a funny thing happened on the way to the Art Walk in Tremont because people came to the neighborhood who would have never been welcomed here. People who would have never felt accepted here, except for the fact that we are celebrating this anniversary of the Tremont Art Walk. And we can talk about all the great neighborhoods of Cleveland. We can talk about Ohio City, we can talk about University Circle, we can talk about Detroit Shoreway. But there was no place that was further down in terms of how it felt about itself and what people thought about it, except for Tremont. And the fact that we're here tonight, you can't find a parking spot for the life of you. You can't go to Lolita, you can't go to Fahrenheit, but for the fact that the arts and culture community made Tremont what it was. There's a great article in the New York Times a couple years ago that said when the gay people and the artists move into a neighborhood, bye. And what Jean Brandt has taught us is that artists and cultural institutions are worth investing in. And so the reason that I'm here tonight is to say thank you to Jean Brandt, because Jean has been an awesome leader, an awesome neighbor, and someone who has taught us what it means to have arts and culture at the paradigm and the function of making a neighborhood great again. So Jean, come on up.
Yeah.
On behalf of the Council of the City of Cleveland, Jean Brandt, founder, Tremont Art Walk from 1993 to this year, your 20th anniversary being celebrated at the monthly Art Walk on February 8, 2013. We applaud you for your efforts, your commitment, your dedication, your contributions not only to the arts in Tremont but in Cleveland. We thank you for your work for local and national artists. We wish you best wishes. We wish you 20 plus 20 plus 20 more years. And for everyone involved in this, we wish you continued success in your future endeavors. This council is honored to welcome you. Congratulations.
I really appreciate how Joe, in presenting this, recognized how many people it's taken to get to this point. 20 years doesn't happen in a vacuum, and I'm very grateful to have been a part of it. Truthfully, Cleveland has a lot to celebrate tonight. Thank you very much.
Stay here till like 11.
Yeah.